And hello, this is Jennifer Eckert, and today we will be discussing the ethics training program for SpartanNash. The contents of this presentation will include SpartanNash's overview, just a brief discussion about what the company is, what they do. We will then go into their mission and vision. We'll discuss what their core values are, the code of conduct, and then we will do their ethics training criterion program, followed by the criteria for evaluating the effectiveness of the program. So SpartanNash is a Fortune 400 company, ranked 351. They are publicly traded on NASDAQ as SPTN. They are a retail wholesaler and distributor, the 5th largest food distributor in the United States, and the leading distributor of grocery products to U.S. military commissaries. The mission of the company is to leverage their expertise in food distribution and retail to develop, activate, and provide impactful solutions that exceed expectations for associates, customers, and partners. The vision is to be a best-in-class business that feels local, where relationships matter. So as far as their core values, the acronym I practice was used, and that really is to accompany all associates that they will continue to practice these values on a regular basis every day. As you can see here, is integrity, patriotism, respect, accountability, customer focus, teamwork, innovation, celebration, and fun. So let's talk a little bit about the code of conduct at SpartanNash. As far as the ethics and culture of compliance, this really goes into detail about what the individual responsibilities are for those who work for us. And that includes leadership responsibilities as well. In the workplace, what we want to make sure that people are making ethical decisions, reporting any concerns, getting advice. SpartanNash does offer a few different options to relay this information to their corporate HR department. So, and that kind of falls under the realm of what your responsibilities as an associate are. Furthermore, we want to make sure that not only are we being ethical with peers and other associates and supervisors or subordinates, but also with our vendor partners, our suppliers, our customers, as well as our competitors. And additionally, the interactions with the public need to be conducted in a manner that represents the company in an ethical light. We don't want to give the impression that what we're doing is immoral. So there are some compliance procedures as well that help reiterate these ideas. One thing that Spartan has in their code of conduct is just some warning signs to kind of help you keep yourself in check, or to realize that maybe you're going down the wrong path. So if you hear an associate or you feel yourself feeling some of these, you might need to take a step back and rethink your information or rethink the path in which you're going. So if your supervisor comes up and says, don't leave a paper trail, well, that may be a signifier that what you're doing you shouldn't be doing. Or if your coworker says, hey, we didn't have this conversation, well, that may be something that you want to look further into, or maybe speak with someone a little bit closer about, or even just say to them, hey, if we shouldn't have this conversation, then maybe we need to rethink our motives. So let's talk about the criteria of the ethics training. What we want to do is educate our associates on what we've just gone over: mission, vision, values, and the code of conduct. We want to inform our employees of the policies and procedures of the company, develop awareness of what our company expects, and cultivate and encourage a professional workplace environment. How do we do that? We are going to do some online webinars in which new associates are exposed to what our mission, vision, and values are. We're going to also give them a learning packet that helps them know and understand these code of conducts that we just discussed briefly. In the first 90 days of being hired, we're going to require that every associate does a mandatory meeting, and that will be given by a leadership training professional in a group environment. They will then be given, at the time that they complete this meeting, a 10-question online quiz in which they reinforce this information they've just learned. But how do we continue making sure that this information is staying effective? As previously mentioned, they're going to do that 10-question online quiz immediately following their 1-hour meeting. Each quarter, the leadership professionals in the retail locations and at our corporate environment are going to have refresher meetings just to keep awareness of ethical issues at the forefront. During the annual survey that SpartanNash gives to their associates every year, there will be additional questions incorporated throughout. And then finally, a requirement to retake the 10-question quiz every 3 years, just to make sure that we're keeping up with our ethical needs. And here are my references. Thank you for listening, and have a great night.